guys, it's your girl Aquila coming straight to you from Diva-Villege. My mind, my thoughts. And yes, today is Valentine's Day. Today is the day for all the lovers. And the title of my show today is Who Are You Spending Valentine's With? So I have guests that I'm gonna bring in so that we can have that conversation.
Some Valentine's with me. She better be. She ain't expect that.
So I have some guests that I'm gonna bring in, and we're going to have this conversation about Valentine's Day or just about being in love, period. Everybody look at Valentine's Day a different way because there's different expectations. Some people say there's too much money. Some people say it's a waste of time. Some people say that if you're in love all the time, and it's not just for Valentine's Day. But we shall see. Let's bring in our guests and see what's going on. Hey, you guys, what's up? Introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'm Chris.
And I'm Keisha. This is Taj. Say hi.
So, hey, Taj. So let's talk about this thing. Before we get into your love affair, let's talk about this. How do you feel about how do you guys feel about Valentine's Day?
Yeah, you go for it.
I mean, I don't know. I guess over the years for us, it hasn't been that big of a thing anymore. Especially on the fact that Taj's birthday is on February 12th. So just like this year and last year, our Valentine's with it being on the weekend, we pretty much use it to celebrate his birthday. So it hasn't really been about us in a while. So I don't know. It's not too big of a deal anymore, you know.
That's nice. That's nice. What you say, Chris?
I mean, I agree. You know, it's definitely changed for us on the fact that, you know, we always have to share that weekend, you know, with Taj. So as far as us, you know, we're pretty outgoing with it. We don't expect too much. We kind of outgrown, you know, the plans, the big hype, going out to eat, crowded restaurants. You know, we kind of learned it, you know, fell back from the big social thing where you got to have this day to show your love and affection. I mean, it is important. We still make sure we show it because, you know, we don't want that jealousy. You go online and see everybody else. Oh, why you ain't get this? Why you ain't do this? You know, so it's still important, but, you know, we don't go all out, you know, like we used to.
So do you guys think that there's a lot of expectations wrapped around Valentine's Day?
I do.
Yeah, I do too. But I, like you said, I think that once you get a little bit older, you've been with the person you with for a long time. It doesn't always have to be that big of a deal. I mean, it still can be if you plan to do something, you know, nice, and that's always nice. But if you don't, then, you know, I don't think it's a big deal. We don't have to make a big deal out of it, you know.
So you think that it's a lot of unnecessary money
What up?
that's being spent?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Happy Valentine's Day,
How y'all
man.
doing? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Never better, brother. Never better.
Say, ask her about our relationship. Don't let her do that to you, man.
Yeah, what did y'all do?
And tell her how we met.
Well, when we met, we met in a club.
Okay.
She was in the club.
So when we met, right, we met in the club, and when I first met him, I didn't like him. And then 3 years passed, and I went to a club again, and I met him again. So we've like been together.
It was the thug club. The LL Cool J, all the drug dealers was there, gambling down.
Pull over there, hanging out. What you?
He bugging. So let's talk about how did you guys meet?
So strange. Our first encounter was actually online, and we used to talk a lot online, and then we ended up exchanging numbers, phone thing, and then we met up in person. It didn't take long, you know. I would probably say within that first week of us meeting, you know, it was like, let me make sure, you know, I'm not getting catfish. That's, you know what I mean. And we met. We went out. We went to a movies. You know, Everything was nice, went back, we chilled, went back to her place, just talked, got to meet each other a little bit more. Got to meet, her best friend, which is her roommate at the time, and we kind of just took it slow, you know what I mean? But it was a good vibe, from the first time I met her, it was I could tell like she was on the right path, like seemed like she was moving right, So
Oh, so sweet. Keisha, what you want to add to that? Because you got a good one.
I mean, yeah, everything he said is 100% true. And then we ended up meeting like probably about 2 weeks before the 4th of July. And at that time, Pops, of course his dad, Pops, and they were going to have a big party. So he was telling me about how, they have a big party, and then we just kind of got into the family thing. And once I saw, he was like, we do this every year. And then he talked about, meeting with his family every year for Labor Day and going to North Carolina. That right there for me was a good sign because, I mean, as you know, Quilla, like I'm very close with my family, with my side of the family. So it's just once I, saw how close he was with his side of the family too, it just like was kind of an instant, an instant connection. And I feel like with that, a lot of people, not everybody is very close with their family. So for me, that's always been like a must because I do everything with my family. So, I want to be with somebody who understands that maybe I want to go out of town for a weekend to go hang out with my cousins. People, not everybody understands that or gets that, thinks that's kind of weird. But, I'm like, no, I'm very close to my family. So once I found out that he was the same way, it was kind of like, okay, yeah. So we're kind of on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you're talking about family and everything. And family, I believe that the families, they do need to like connect. And you got a real nice family, Keisha. I try to convert them all to being joiners, but your father wasn't having it. So you guys have been together for a while. So what would you say was the hardest part of the relationship?
Um,
You can be honest then. My mom, I thought she could be honest.
I'll go first. I probably say was once we bought, have the kids, things, being before we both, older, it's English, we established pretty good, late 20s and late 20s. So we got our good jobs, money, we could do what we want, go out whenever. We have no attachments, nothing we tied to, our own places and stuff.
Nice.
And, once you get them kids, you realize that, dang, we can't just go out to the hookah spot. We can't just go out to the bar tonight. We can't, you know what I mean? So, we had to learn to deal with it. You know what I mean? But I hate to say deal with it. That sounds bad. Not deal with it, but we adapted. And it's nothing that we even had to have a conversation about. We just kind of both, was mature about it. It was like, hey, things ain't going to be the same, but this is how it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to say something, Keisha?
No, I mean, I completely agree with that. That was the most difficult part. Just not being selfish anymore. Like you said, when we were first dating, like we still lived separately. So we weren't together, and then we had jobs, we didn't have kids, and we weren't really buying each other stuff like that. So, I didn't mind like every time I got paid buying a bunch of new clothes and shoes and stuff. And like now it's like, I can't even tell you the last time I bought clothes or shoes. So, because every time I'm like, even when I think about getting something for me, I'm like, well, no, because Taj needs this, Devin needs this. So it's like, that's the hardest thing is, of course, like we're all about our kids, but I think the hardest thing is like trying to find yourself still in the relationship, and try to still have that, just have that sense of being like having your own identity and being able to, So
you guys said that. So you guys said that you met online, and I know. Okay, you guys met online, so. This wasn't the first relationship for either one of you guys, but this is Valentine's Day. So I have these questions to ask. You guys met online, so what makes this relationship more special? Or how did you guys realize that this was the correct relationship for you?
You want me to go?
I mean, I don't know. It's just it's kind of hard to say when that moment actually happened. But I mean, as the saying goes, when you know, you know. I mean, it just everything felt right. And like I said, for me, the big thing was like that whole the whole family thing. You know, that was a really, really big part of you know, that's something that I value a lot. And the fact that he was as close with his family, it just kind of, you know, lets me know that like, okay, well, if you know I end up staying with him, we have a family, he's going to be about his family. Because I mean, some people, not everybody's like that, you know, and you can't expect somebody who's not very close to their family to even understand what it means to have a family. So I mean, once I realized that, you know, it just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. You know, like you said, when you know, you know. But it was for me, you know, it was kind of like she wasn't doing anything wrong, you know, and it was like kind of like a what do I have to lose? You know, grow up. You know what I mean? Am I ready to, you know, take my life to the next level, or do I still, you know what I mean, think that this is it? And like it was just I was checking off every category, and it was like it was a go. It was a go in my head, you know. So I just kept it moving. You know, I played my cards right, and I see where we at now. You know.
Well, you guys make a beautiful couple. Now,
Thank
a lot of people, come on, Molly, a lot of people are wrapped up into Valentine's Day, you know, and it's Valentine's. Now, do you guys think that if you love someone, that it should be something that you should express all the time instead of just waiting and you know until today to express it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's the reason for us why it's not such a big thing anymore, because we do, you know, we do stuff throughout the year, and we celebrate like each other's birthdays. You know, we'll do something big for that. So it doesn't this day. I mean, of course, it's important, and like you know, it's important to a lot of people. And if you want to do something, that there's nothing wrong with that at all. Just saying that there's nothing wrong with you if you don't want to do anything either. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. You don't have to do something to, you know, to validate your relationship or how you feel about each other. So especially
yeah, I agree. That whole you know, one day of the year isn't right. That you know what I mean. If you love somebody, you should be showing them on a regular basis. But I mean, we are conditioned, you know, to where this day is more publicized. You know what I mean? So you really, I mean, it shouldn't be that way, but everybody know. I mean, we all grown. You got to make somebody feel special on Valentine's Day. I mean, I know we hold the whole COVID thing right now, people working from home and whatnot, but I mean, I know ladies can get real jealous. You know, they at work and they keep seeing all these flowers and cards coming in. And, you know, that'll be a long night.
You gotta send the
You
flowers.
gotta come home and, you gotta, you know. So I mean, it sucks, but I mean, I will be the first to say Valentine's Day is for most guys. I'm sure most guys would say it's kind of corny. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to do that. It kind of makes guys feel like they in competition with another guy. Like, oh man, not that guy's trying to get their lady, but like, oh well, her man doing this, what you doing? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I mean,
But you gotta send the flowers the day, not on Valentine's Day, like on off days. You know,
like random day, just
random days. Those are the best ones. And then it's like, say, Valentine's Day is February. You do it like in November or something, or you know,
right.
January. That's when it's the best time to send flowers to the job. You know, I've done it a couple times.
Me personally, go ahead, Chris.
Now I was gonna say you send them flowers on January 12th. It's February 12th, but they don't come February 14th. I don't know, man.
Right?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think like times like Valentine's Day, because I think that if you love somebody, do it all the time. Don't just wait until they put it on the calendar to say, you know what, this is Valentine's Day. You're supposed to be in love with each other. So I think to me, it falls in the category of being a bit cliche to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not, if anybody is with it, you know, I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying just for me, myself, you know, because you have a lot of people, you know, these people cannot stand each other. And then come Valentine's Day, everybody's out, candy, flowers, and all that. And the day after, you're not even talking to each other.
Right. Yeah, and I agree with that. And also, just like you said, it doesn't have to be necessarily on Valentine's Day, because then it makes it seem like it's more so forced. And I'm not saying that it is, but it's like you're forced to like to do stuff. But it's like, I feel like for me, it's more meaningful when it's a day when you're not expecting it. I mean, I think it was like last year, like before COVID, before all the COVID stuff happened, I was still at work. There was this one day, and I had talked to him earlier in the morning, and I wasn't having a good day at work. And like by around lunchtime, I got called up to the front desk, and he had sent me flowers and a card that just said, I know you're not having a good day. Just want to let you know I love you. Like that was more meaningful to me than him doing it on Valentine's Day. Because I mean, you're kind of expected to do it Valentine's Day. That meant more to me, because it was just like, he knew that I was having a bad day, and like that literally made my whole day. So I just thought that was more meaningful.
And it would be more meaningful, just to piggyback on something that Chris said, that everybody is looking to see what the next person has. So again, it's like you said, so this person, he got her that, how did you get me this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you're fighting.
Yeah.
What are you fighting about? He got you what he can afford.
Right.
Maybe the other guy, maybe he could afford candy, flowers, and diamonds. Well, maybe I could just afford to draw you a card. But you see how, I guess it's society, I guess that's what it is, that has us thinking, thinking you need
to be validated, right?
So I think that comes in like due time, like the length of your relationship. So I was gonna ask, like, you and James, y'all been together way longer than we have. When did like Valentine's Day stop becoming like so material? I'm sure in the beginning, like Valentine's Day, people, the rose petals and the roses and the candle lights, and what I mean? How long did it take, where y'all were just like, man, y'all, do you even remember?
It was over, no more.
Well, you know what? I remember our first Valentine together, right? And he's so corny, right? Because I bought lingerie to give it to him for Valentine's, and it ended up being an argument because why did you buy me lingerie?
I wasn't up on it, man. I was dizzy, man. I was like, what the hell is this, man?
I mean,
oh, I get it now. I get it.
I mean, but then after that, he would send stuff to the job. He got me like huge teddy bears and stuff. And after a while, all that just wore off because we were already doing this stuff already. So, okay,
right,
so
exactly.
February 14th is here, but why do we have to do this? And we were, man, put my glass off the floor. We been doing, exactly. That's why I say a lot of times people get caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like people like, if it wasn't COVID time, a lot of people probably would have went out of town for the holiday, right? Mm-hmm. Not even a holiday, but for Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? But why wait to Valentine's Day when you could have went away last week? Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. Avoid that hype. I bet the prices on everything a lot cheaper and stuff too.
Right.
But like I said, I believe a lot of that hype is in like people who are not even in relationships or within the first 3 years, when that whole Valentine's Day is like so big, you know what I mean? Like even my dad, I learned from him. I modeled for his footsteps. Years ago, he was telling me like it's not even worth trying to go to a restaurant. You be waiting for 2 hours to get a table, even reservations. The portion of the food they're giving you is small. They running out of stuff on the menu. You're not getting good service because the staff is stressed. Like, why you got to go out on Valentine's Day? Wait until the next weekend. You know what I mean? You don't.
Or the
like
weekend
is really, meaningless. If you have to do something on that day.
Because it's funny because like Shanisha, she's changing jobs, and today her and some of her co-workers, they went out, right? It was like it's something called some pancake factory. Anyway, she texted me to say, "Mommy, there's a 2-hour wait. 2-hour wait for pancakes."
Yeah, right.
I made pancakes this morning in 5 minutes. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So why do you think after Valentine's Day, the people relationships are all broken up and everything after Valentine's Day?
So
They doing it for the vine. Doing it for the gram. They just like people giving people like, you ever see them videos of people find somebody homeless and they recording a video? Oh, look, I'm giving them $20. Like,
right for likes and views.
The kindness of your heart, it don't need to be seen.
Yeah,
you know, and I think it's kind of along the lines of that. You know, come February 14th, everybody looking. But after that, it's like, I don't care.
Right.
You know, that's my philosophy.
I guess I probably shouldn't say this, but you know what I always say, my mind, my thoughts. I feel about Valentine's the same way I feel about Black History Month. And the reason why I feel like that about Black History Month is because Black history is being made each and every day. And it's like some people only get involved, they only Google, they only go on the internet, only go to the library during that time. And after that, you hear nothing else about anything that anybody Black did. That's the reason why I have a problem with it. And it's the same thing with Valentine's Day. That's why I have a problem with it. Because if you have to have a special if you have to have a special day of being told about this, I have a problem with that. I mean,
the nail on the head there.
The challenge, easy to fall in love, but the work is staying in love. That's the
It take work, man. Discipline.
Yeah. And let me tell you what I've learned. When I do something stupid and I know I did something stupid, I just say, you know what, I'm sorry. That's what I've learned. Like my ego, let that go.
He's learning.
If I'm bugging out, screaming, acting stupid, then I catch myself. You know what?
Take notes.
Yo, you know how I be. The men be like ego tripping. You know, what? My bad. I'm gonna eat that one. You know what I'm saying? Once I learned that one, things got better.
So what would you guys say has helped you guys to keep your relationship going strong?
Communicating, probably.
Communication. You know, sacrifice. You know what I mean? Both of our lives had to change. You know, there's stuff that we used to do or want to do that we definitely don't get to do as often now. You know, and sometimes like you don't realize it, but those type of things that you used to been able to do and you can't do it now, you might get frustrated when you can't do it, you know, or you know, even if you don't show it, like it's kind of on your mind and eventually you just kind of shut out, you know, you get quiet and things like that. So
because when you have the babies now, things change. But what you do, you plan ahead now. That's the key to everything. Like now you just gotta plan like a month, 2 months ahead of time, and then you know, all right, on this date we're gonna do this, we're gonna travel here. You know, we set up the kids because like you single, you can just go whenever you want.
You don't have to wait.
You don't gotta worry about nobody. Where you at? I'm coming to pick you up. Boom, boom, boom. And then when that stops, it's like, oh man, I'm jammed up. You know?
Yeah.
You know, if you plan it, you can see it ahead of time. Like with our trips, we put them on the wall. All right, we're gonna go here this date, and then 3 months later we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go there and do that, and then like boom, you know, you have enough time to set everything up. So that's how we get away from all that, you know, getting frustrated.
That would be from there, because Lord knows I'm not a big planner, and I think that's one of the things that kind of like with things that we differ, but it make us stronger. Like I know I lack in like the planning department, being punctual and stuff like that, but that's one of her biggest strengths, you know. So like them opposites, you know, they make a
right. Everybody have their strong points, which
but it's, you know, but it's good. But with the other flip side, like as important it is, everybody talk about how important it is to be, you know, planned and to be, you know, punctual and stuff. But it's sometimes where I feel like the other side, my side, where I'm more laid back, you know, it's a good thing too, because if you plan, and something don't go through, like when you did all this planning, you're gonna blow up. You're gonna be so mad.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got that person who's gonna be like, look, all right, you know what I mean? This is why, you know,
exactly.
And I think that's a good balance, you know, for us.
Yeah. Because I'm like that. Because Quilla get crazy.
Always. What'd you say?
She get crazy upset. Quilla, like something don't go right, and she get crazy upset. I'm like, forget that. Just let's, you know,
Quilla,
think
I'm
it
the
over.
same way. Especially when you take time to like put it all out there, and then people don't do what they're supposed to do. I'm just like, bro, like y'all, you asked me to help, and then you don't want to. That drives me crazy. And then he's always just like, it's not that big of a deal. But I am like mad because at the end of the day, like people don't realize that like you still take a lot of your time to do this, you know, even if it's like stuff like, you know, for me, like with my family and stuff, when we're going on trips, like finding the houses, figuring out how many bedrooms, how we're going to get there, all of that stuff. Like it takes time. Like, I mean, sometimes I'm at work or like on my breaks, I'm taking break to like plan stuff out. So then when people don't like do what they're supposed to do, yeah, it drives me crazy because I'm like, I didn't put all my time and energy into this, and all I need is a response from you, and you can't even say yes or no. You know,
I'll be right there to calm it down. Calm down. It's all right.
Now, I have to agree with Keisha because when it comes down to time, I am a stickler. When it comes down to time, don't waste my time. I won't waste your time. You know what I'm saying? But I am a stickler.
Yep.
But one of the good things to make your relationship work is because you guys notice these things and you guys work on it. Right. So it was like I was saying at the beginning, right. People have a lot of expectation out of their partners, but they're not willing to put in the same work that they want to get out. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's where the problem is at. So we talking almost a half an hour, so I'm going to let you guys just speak to tell people, you know, what it is about love that works for you guys, and you know, just pour your heart out. This is your Valentine's, and you guys can say anything you want. Just pour your heart out.
You're not going to say nothing about Valentine's.
For me, it's weird. You know what I mean? You start talking about love. I learned different ways, and I learn more about love every day, you know. So the words I say today, I'm gonna have a lot more to add to it tomorrow, you know, and the next year. But it's also at the same time, I feel like it's hard a lot of times to put it in words, you know. I mean, sometimes love is just, for me, you know, as simple as forgetting to like pack my lunch for work, and then I got to wake up early in the morning to do it. Or one big one for me, forgetting to wash my work clothes, and I go to wash my work clothes, and like, dang, she already washed them for me. You know, like that's, you know what I mean? That's love. You know, you don't even have to go about saying it. Like I don't even really know how to really express that. You know, but I'm like, dang, like it's kind of like you was in my head thinking what I was thinking. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, Keisha even asks me these type of questions all the time. Like, you know, I won't say all the time, but every once in a while, she's like, well, you know, why do you love me? What is it you love? And I feel like I get to rambling about it, you know, because it's hard to really put it in words. I mean, I don't want to be corny about it and say the words that's in every R&B song you hear, every romantic drama movie. You know, I try to say what's real to me. And those are the type of things, you know, small actions, stuff like that make it. I know that you're not just thinking about yourself. Like, dang, you got me on your mind. You're really thinking about me. Like, wow, you really love me, you know.
Hello? Hey, give me one moment.
You got a caller.
Live call in.
That's what Pops called it.
Hey, okay, caller. Hey, caller.
What up, Mike?
Hey, baby.
What you got to say about this love thing?
Hey, what's up, fam? Well, first of all, let me say, to see my son and my daughter on here, just let me know that all the time and love and effort that I put into them over the years and has done really good. He was two of the most humble, beautiful people in my life. And to just see them use words like sacrifice and support each other and love. And I know how much they love their kids. Lets me know that they're on the right track to set records for this love thing. But
everybody's doing a good job. Great job.
First thing I want to correct them on is that we are one family. Ain't no Rudolph and no Jonah. We are one big family. And and I want to commend them on their background. I love that background they have on their scene. You know I gotta get one in. But you know, I bought them in right. But just keep doing what you're doing and sacrificing. And later on in life you'll look back and it won't seem as hard as what it's seeming right now. Definitely, you know, and just be there for each other. So I love both of y'all. And I think we're getting the car, come over there and get in your background.
We at the front door, yo.
Mike, what is your take on Valentine's Day?
Well, Valentine's Day is that's a wonderful day. That's a day where you can reiterate the love that you have for your husband. But once you get older, Valentine's Day should be every day. The little things that make Valentine's Day, you know, like bringing your ass straight home from work every day. You know, seeing that the other is tired and get up and do something about it. Lend a hand, you know, and that's what they do. That's what they do. So, you know, for me, my wife is my Valentine. She always is my Valentine. But all of my kids and all of my family is Valentine too, including y'all. And I want to commend
you. Same here, brother.
He's sitting there by you. My man is doing the thing after all these years, and I know how much you put him through.
Wait a minute.
You know. I love you. You know I love you. You're giving them the work.
Oh, okay. All right.
He hung in there. You hanging in there with him because he ain't no saint.
You're definitely right.
You know, but thugs need love too. Yeah, somebody got to love the thugs. Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let.
You looking a little soft with that. You looking a little soft.
This is my little Yoda right here, man. This is my little Yoda.
All right, love y'all.
Love you too.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So, Keisha, do you want to do you want to add anything? I mean, because what Chris was saying about love and everything, do you want to add anything? Because let me tell you something. If you are lucky enough to find someone that you can say, I love you, and they can reciprocate those same feelings back to you, that's a blessing. Because you can say, I love you until the wheels fall off. Another person can be saying the same thing, and it means absolutely nothing. So do you want to add something to it about your feelings with you and Chris?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the big thing for me, I said it earlier, is like communication, but also just like that whole honesty thing. And Chris, even when I first met him, he's never really been so much of an open person. So he's definitely gotten better with that as far as like us talking. You know, we can talk about anything, but as far as, I mean, like his feelings, you know, hasn't been always open, you know, about that. So he's gotten better. And like now it's like when he does open up to tell me something, or, you know, if it's something, even if it's something that I'm doing that's bothering him or he doesn't like, or something that bothered him at, you know, whatever, like I kind of take that to heart, because I'm like, I know that he has never really talked to anybody like that before. And if it's something that he's going out of his way to tell me, especially if it's something that I'm doing, you know, that may be bothering him, that I know that, okay, like I need to work on that because the fact that he could actually come out and tell me that, okay, this is bothering me like that, I feel like that says a lot. So, you know, just like I said, I just love the fact that we can, even when we have disagreements and stuff, you know, it might not, we may not solve it right, you know, that day, but like a few days later, we'll talk about it and he'll, you know, let me know like, okay, well, this is what bothered me in that situation. And then I'm like, I didn't even think about it that way. So it just makes me, I'm like, okay, well, you know, yeah, I'll work on that. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again, because I know it made you feel, you know, it didn't make you feel good. I never want to do anything that's going to hurt you. So, ooh, gosh. Yeah.
I want to thank Keisha and Chris for taking time out to come on the show, because this is a Valentine's special and it's all about love. And sometimes you need to hear a happy story. You need to see a happy ending. As you see,
she's making through hell, yo. Yeah, she's making it all sad and stuff. Yeah. All right, y'all. Love y'all.
I thank you guys for coming on to be a part of the show tonight. I thank you guys for bringing Taj in as well. What happened?
He's about to go get Devin too, so she can make her cameo. He's getting Devin so she can make her cameo. There she is. Say hi, Devin.
Let me just blow this up.
Hi, Devin.
What a beautiful family. What a beautiful family. And this is what real love gets you right here. Everybody's happy. Everybody's smiling. I thank you guys for coming on to be a part of the show. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't get anything else from this show tonight, please remember the words they said: compromise, sacrifices, because without those things, you're not gonna have a love. You're not gonna have anything. You are going to end up by yourself. I know a lot of people thought that my show tonight was gonna be bashing people for not being in relationships, and I started to do that, but that was changed. But I thank you guys so very much for taking out the time to come on the show. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Good night, you guys.
We love you too. Say bye.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Day.
Say bye, Devin.
Happy Valentine's Day to you guys too.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.